Well, hello, and welcome. I'm AJ O'Neill, and today I'm going to teach you a little bit about Git Rebase and Squash. And the reason that we're going to talk about this is because one of the most common pieces of feedback that you're going to get in working in open source projects is to rebase and squash your commits when you make a pull request, assuming that the pull request actually does what it's supposed to do and test pass and stuff like that. What I have here is a project for which I am a maintainer, and I have somebody who's made a pull request and they didn't quite get the rebase right. And so I'm making this video in part for this person as well as all of you watching, just kind of show what that process is supposed to look like. Just to kind of give you a visual representation of what's going on. When you're working on a project, there are constantly commits going into the master branch of that project, meaning, you're working on something, but other people are working on stuff too. And so here we've got this visualization where on the one side, you've got the master branch is growing longer and longer, but then you're doing some stuff on your own fork or branch, and it's growing longer and longer. And when you do a merge, which is maybe what you've been doing up until this point, it kind of just merges things in chronological order, even though that probably doesn't make sense logically in terms of how the code is changing. Whereas a rebase, as you can kind of tell, this is grayed out, or not grayed out, but transparent over here. A rebase, rather than trying to fold commits on top of each other in chronological order, simply moves your commits to after the latest commits that are in master and rewrites the history, not according to chronology, but according to what things actually follow each other. And then here's another representation of it that for some will be easier to understand. Here's the mainline master, here's you creating your fork, and mainline master's doing stuff while you're doing stuff when you merge. And this doesn't quite show it, but it basically puts the yellow and purple dots interlaced based on chronology, whereas here it keeps all the yellow dots clean and it keeps all the purple dots clean. So that's the goal of what we're trying to do.